you should automatically go like this video because I had to scare the bejesus out of my dog and my cat back here to make the bed. Well, I had to disrupt them to make the bed, and then I had to go scare the crap out of them when I brought out the tripod because they hate it. It's Christine, welcome to ParanormalTV if you're new, and welcome back if you're not. I so hope this camera angle and the lighting is okay. I'm trying out something new because I need to read while I do this video, and I cannot read with my normal bright light, so it's too bright. It causes me to see spots. It actually gives me a migraine afterwards. I have to take Tylenol before I use it and everything, so I'm trying out like a new lighting right now, and it's either going to look decent or terrible. So one thing that I had seen going around was these confession videos, and I thought they were really fun, and I wanted to hop on this trend and do it. It's different from my normal paranormal content, so of course I had to throw in a few paranormal confessions. It's not going to solely be paranormal, but the first few are going to be paranormal confessions, and then the other ones are going to be more fun, lighthearted confessions. So let's get into it. My throat hurts so bad today. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm getting sick or it's allergies. Ooh, the first one is kind of a deep one. I once thought about not investigating anymore. So this one actually has more to do with being heavily influenced by my mother than anything else. I'm going to throw the investigation up in the cards where things kind of took a darker turn, and I felt a little worried about it, and then I talked to my mother about it, who completely freaked me out, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I shouldn't investigate anymore? What if this is a warning? I didn't tell you guys. I did talk about the incident, and I talked about how it did kind of freak me out, but I kept the level of scared that I was at to myself. I did not go and tell you guys that I was like, I don't know if I want to investigate anymore, but it really went through my mind. So I had done this investigation with my best friend Natasha, and this was a couple years ago, and this was like an investigation we were really excited for because we were going to do a longer investigation. Like, we wanted to be there for hours and hours, and I think we were there. Rude. I think that in total we were there for almost 4 hours. We got a lot of footage. It took me so long to edit and go through everything and figure out what I could put in the video, what I had to throw away, what was contaminated, what wasn't. In the moment, I had some good experiences. I didn't just have negative experiences on this trip, but the negative kind of outweighed the positive, and I got some nasty words. I got some threatening things through the spirit box, and I even got Lucifer through the spirit box. I had physically felt kind of sick on this investigation. I didn't know, I still to this day, I don't know if it was me or if it was something else. It could have just been my body, but I physically started feeling ill, and it was not in my head. It wasn't like, oh, I think I feel a little weak, or I think that, I have some stomach pain. I had this intense burning in my throat. Could it have just been acid reflux? Yeah, I guess it could have been. But I don't really get acid reflux a ton. It was a little weird. I hadn't eaten anything that really would bother me. I hadn't eaten anything in hours. And so I just had this intense burning in my throat. My vertigo got really bad, which for a bit I was contributing to just having vertigo. But with all the other experiences, I wasn't sure. And I had told my mom some of the things that came through, and she kind of convinced me for a little bit that it was probably a really bad idea to investigate. And at first I was like, no, Mom, no, I'm fine. But when your mom gets in your head, I think we all can agree that this has happened. If you have a mother, I feel like she's probably gotten in your head. My mom gets in my head all the time. Like, all the time, always thinking about something my mom said to me. I'm like, maybe she's right, because she's my mom. She's like almost always right? I went a couple weeks without investigating, so I didn't do it for very long. But I was like, I love it, and I'm going to keep doing it. And I had one negative experience, and nothing happened afterwards, and I'm glad that I stuck with it. I I randomly stopped asking for only nice spirits. If you watch on my older videos, I always talked about, oh, I always ask for only nice spirits to come. And I did this out of feeling like I needed to through comments. Because people were constantly asking me, what do you do to protect yourself? What are you doing to make sure you're not talking to anything evil? What are you doing? Are you doing anything to protect yourself? Are you praying? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And I felt like I wasn't doing something right. Something that a lot of people were, focusing on in the comments and even other investigators. And I was like, oh, maybe if this more experienced investigator is doing this, I should be doing this as well. And then I realized, you know what? I don't want to only, this sounds bad, I don't want to only have positive experiences. I want to have an experience that's going to reflect what happened in that moment. I want it to be real. I want it to be geared towards the investigation, because some places are negative. Some places are negative, and you're going to have negative experiences. Some people were negative people in real life, and if you believe that that person is the spirit you're contacting, why would they be positive? You know what I mean? If you contacted Ted Bundy's ghost, I'm pretty sure you'd have a negative experience. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just stopped asking for positive spirits only, and I didn't tell you guys, which I don't know why, but I always felt like I needed to do this because people were like, well, what are you doing to protect yourself? And I do have a protection bracelet, but that was like never good enough, I felt like. People always wanted to know, like, well, what else do you do? And I'm like, I guess I could do more. Let me ask for positive spirits only. I just realized as an investigator, that's kind of stupid, because we're investigating the place, we're investigating the history at times, not just the ghosts, but the history and the experiences people are having. So it doesn't really make sense if you are an investigator to only ask for positive spirits. It doesn't make any sense. Something I say in my graveyard vlogs is I get scared of going by myself because of the people. And usually people will comment down below like, I'm not scared of a graveyard, or why are you so afraid of random people? So I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia can be an amazing place, but there are a lot of bad places in Philadelphia, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really from the good area of Philadelphia. I'm not gonna say the neighborhood I'm from. I lived in good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, and okay neighborhoods. Great areas, and then there's bad areas. I worry about those things that I've heard from other people, that I know other people who've had bad experiences. Like I had a cousin who got jumped in a graveyard, not in a graveyard, he was walking by the graveyard, and the people were in the graveyard and they came out and they jumped him. And then my mom knows somebody that was raped in a graveyard, so that always is in my head. I had to have my mace, and I prefer to have someone else with me. If not, I bring Lacey to the graveyard with me because I hope that she's a little intimidating to horrible people. But I truly only get scared of the living, and when I have an experience in a graveyard and I'm by myself and I'm like, is that another person or is that a spirit? Because if it's another person, no. But if it's spirit, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with the spirits. I just don't want any people to come bother me. I think that was my last paranormal one. Okay. Yeah, so these are going to be the more fun, lighthearted ones. Okay. I don't even want to say this, but sometimes I say I love you to my dog, and my husband thinks I'm talking to him, so I pretend I am. That happens a lot. Like, on a nightly basis, because you can't really tell. Oh, there's her face. I don't know if you can see it, but she's got the cutest face. Okay, and I just look at her and I'm like, oh, heart melted. Heart is melted. I love you. You're amazing. And she's always by my side. Like, the cat comes and goes. Like, he's here now, but he might not be here in 5 minutes type of thing. Lacey will be here in 5 minutes. Like, Lacey does not leave my side. I tell her I love you a lot, and a lot of times he's thinking I'm talking to him, and he goes, love you too, and I'm like, yes. Okay, I hate Dirty Dancing and Ghost. Oh my gosh, I love Patrick Swayze, but those are two movies that I just can't stand. For Ghost, it's a little too sappy for me, and also my stepdad wore it out, and I used to like make fun of him for liking this movie a lot because he was like macho, even though he's not macho, but he like thinks that he's macho. I would make fun of him before I give him a hard time because he's my stepdad, and that's just like what we do. but I've seen ghosts way too many times, and it's a little too sappy for me. I'm just not into sappy love stories. And then Dirty Dancing, in my opinion, is one of the cheesiest movies ever made. I hate Dirty Dancing. The line that I hate the most is, "Nobody puts baby in a corner." My sister used to love Dirty Dancing, so unfortunately I saw that quite a bit too. This is, I feel like, I feel like the sun's coming through and ruining this for us. This is a very unpopular opinion, but I think Taco Bell Cinnamon Twist tastes like styrofoam. Like crunched styrofoam in your hand, okay? That is the texture of Taco Bell Cinnamon Twist. I was gonna call them Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But that is the texture. I'm telling you, like, put it in your hand, crunch it up, and you're gonna be like, wow, you're never gonna eat Taco Cinnamon Twist and feel the same way again, I can guarantee you. It just tastes like styrofoam with a bunch of cinnamon sugar on top of it. Like, it's really not that good. If you piss me off in a dream, I will be mad at you the next day. Like, eventually, I'm like, okay, Christine, this is a little much. It was a dream. I fancy myself a pretty good cook. I feel like I am a good home cook. I think I do pretty good. And I could cook most things. However, one really simple thing that I can't get down is poached eggs. I can't poach an egg to save my life. Actually, I probably could eventually figure it out, but I never try that hard because it frustrates me and I give up. But I can't do it. I talk to my dog all of the time. I mean, all of the time. You see a little bit in videos from time to time, but seriously, I have full-on conversations with my dog, and I'm okay with that. A lot of people seem to think it's odd, but that's my baby right there. I'm gonna talk to her. When I'm out and about and I'm alone, or if I'm on public transportation, which is SEPTA here, alone, I wear headphones so people won't talk to me. Which sounds really mean, but I've been bothered by a lot of weird people, or catcalled a lot. I'm not saying like I'm all that, but just saying that when you're a female and you go out in public and you go out in certain areas, getting catcalled is so annoying. And then there'll be people like, "Are you married?" Like, yes. And then they're like, "Are you loyal?" "Yeah, I am. Please go away. Please leave me alone before I mace you." Like, creepy. So I just wear earphones, and I hope nobody will talk to me. I got yelled at one time by somebody. They asked me if I was married, and I was engaged at the time, so I just had my engagement ring on. They told me I was lying. Like, how do you know? So when I'm mad at my husband, I will sigh very loudly to remind him that I'm mad at him, but I don't want to talk to him yet. So I'm like, and I also will kind of like flip my hair at him because it's so long and it's like a whip. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. So this one's a little weird, I feel like, but sometimes I'm like mad at my husband and I'm super stubborn and he's super stubborn. So we don't want to like, well, he's not as stubborn in our relationship as I am, because he'll be like, you know, "I'm sorry, let's not fight anymore." And I'm like, no. So he's a little more like, "Oh, let's make up and I don't want to fight you." And I am a little more stubborn. So when I'm mad at him and he has to leave or I have to leave, I want him to know that I love him still. So I will tell him, "I love you, but I'm still mad at you." Just in case, this is a little bit morbid, but just in case one of us dies before we're reunited. I know that's really weird, but I do that. And I know like eventually I'm gonna get over what I'm mad at, but I just need him to know that I'm not fully over it yet. So this one is not really much of a confession, but I guess for you guys it is, because people find this so strange. I really like jalapenos and pineapple on my pizza. I think it's so good. It's like sweet but spicy. It's the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? A lot of people think it's gross. And another weird food confession I have for you guys, which I've talked about before, but I don't think the majority of you know, is I love lemons and I eat a lemon like every day. And when I run out of lemons, I have to go to the store. I've literally gone to the store just for lemons because I crave them. Recently I read that that's a form of pica, but pica is like when there's no nutritional value, and there's lots of nutritional value in lemons, so I disagree. I mean, I do have pretty bad anemia, so it could be, and I could just be in denial, but... So those are my confessions. Those were my unpopular opinions and my confessions, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know it wasn't fully paranormal, but there was some paranormal thrown in there. And I think that's like pretty much all my paranormal confessions. But if I can think of more, I will put them in another video. I don't know what I'm doing, like why I'm like acting like I have a piece of paper or something in my hand that I'm gonna write them down on. But if I can think of more, I will write them down and do another video, because I really kind of like hearing paranormal confessions, because I feel like we've all done something stupid in our paranormal journey if you're an investigator, or we've all learned, and something that we used to believe in, we don't believe in now. So, by the way, look at my shirt. It says I'd rather be camping, which is so true. I love camping. My mom got it for me when I was really sick, so it was such a nice get well gift. Thanks for watching. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you're not part of the Gold Team already, I would love to have you here, and you can do so by clicking the icon to the right of me. I promise you it's fun. We have a good time here, and if you're just wanting to watch more paranormal content, I have a few videos linked down below for you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed and have a spectacular day.